Hello, you might be wondering why my camera is so close today.
Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yar, har, fiddly-dee. Being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yo ho, ahoy in a blast. Being a pirate is really badass. I know the time of the end of the blast. You are a pirate.
Ahoy, and welcome back to Fween the Skull Pirate. I am back in Minecraft, and you might be wondering why my camera's a little close today and I'm up in the air in a little box. Well, today we're starting off the video in my new mob farm. This is one of the things I've added. I did not make it next to my base because I did not want the rates of my mob farm to be affected by my slime farm, so I made it a little bit further away. Now, this was a mob farm I based off of a design by Gnembon. They have a number of different mob farms and they're really good at it, so figured I'd use their design. I did, obviously, like with everything else I've made, modified it slightly. It's not exactly the same as the one that you will see in the video I'm linking in the description. However, it is very similar. You will see that this right here is a little clock that is basically, there you saw it go. It's activating water down below to push the mobs off the platforms and down below to the very bottom where they die. And then I've got hopper minecarts picking everything up and sending it up here. I have actually been emptying this out, so there's not a whole lot in here right now. I've been taking this back to my base to make rockets and bone meal for my tree farm, which you will see shortly. I also have made trips to the end. I've got ender chests and shulker boxes. I've got all my redstone stuff separated off. And I've got all my important things and my extra elytra in my ender chest. And then I've got multiple ender chests so that I can access it whenever I need to, wherever I need to. But let's go ahead and head back to the base. Being able to fly is so helpful now.
I can fly. He can fly. He can fly.
You have no idea. Having to run back and forth to that mob farm before was just an absolute pain. Now I just gotta remember which direction I'm going. And there's the base. Now you can see that I have been doing some work on it. There are mobs spawning, so let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. Now you can see the massive addition to my base right here, which is my tree farm. Now, this was a lot of obsidian to make the blast chamber. You don't have to build a blast chamber. I did because, one, I had access to a ton of obsidian thanks to being in the end and all of the towers around the Ender Dragon, and figured I'd make use of it. So I made a blast chamber that just keeps everything around it safe and keeps my cats from wandering into the blast zone. Now, I did do a little bit of work off of this based on a design from Mumbo. I will link the video in the description below. Obviously modified that as well. That's gonna be a running theme, is that I modify pretty much every farm that I make. Alright, you. Come here. Go away.
Die, zombie.
Now, this is my tree farm. I have a very simplistic design here. Basically what happens is we're going to take saplings, turn this on, and now that activates my bone meal dispenser. Plop a sapling in, wait for the sapling to grow, Now once the sapling grows, we hit this button right here, which sends a signal out. These guys on the sides crush all the leaves. And I get more saplings, apples, all that fun stuff. And these right here push the wood that way. And all of the hoppers underneath, saplings and whatnot that fall in, go over here. And then these get pushed into the blast chamber, where this pushes them that direction into the blast chamber. Then it triggers the TNT, which this TNT duper then drops the TNT in and blasts all of the wood that it can reach. At which point it comes in here and we get logs in this chest. So we can then take those logs, we can come over here, turn them into wood, whatever we want to make them into, and we have a wood farm. Unlimited, self-replenishing wood farm. And apples. So that is one of the new additions. We have the mob farm, which is the one new addition. We have the tree farm, which is a new addition. And then we've got all of our end stuff that we've been doing. Now, to make it a little bit easier to get to and from the end, for more shulker boxes or whatever else, I have actually been busy at work over here in Nether. I will show you what I've done here because I got tired. I don't want to walk everywhere, and even flying all the way over would be a pain to get over to where the end portal is. So we come in through the Nether here, and now we're going to walk along. This is where we came into the Nether before, but we have made an addition. Instead of going up this way over to our blaze farm, we're going to go down this way to the new place that we have added in. Now, this is our new portal we've added in over here. We'll go through this. And we will load up. There, now we'll load up. And we are at our end portal. Woo! So now, being careful not to alert any Enderman. You can see this guy right here is where we have been mining all of our obsidian. Went all the way to the top, came down, took out a few rows.
Don't you look at me!
Rather fly away from you guys. Ouch. Now, we can come through here. Boop. And here we'll find the end city that I came across initially after I first came here. And this right here was what I saw, and I was like, oh, that's disappointing. But then I found this over here. Massive, massive end city. And this guy gave me a ton of shulkers and a ton of ender chests, so I was happy with that. Got my elytra, was able to find more stuff out here. And I'm going to continue exploring this area, finding more things, and just going absolutely nuts with it, because I'm loving it. All the end stuff. I can make end rods. I've got all kind of chests and everything else that I might need. Sometimes I just forget where my portal is. I think it's over this way. Alright, we were lost for a little bit in the end, but we did find our way back. So, now, the next thing I wanted to do was to show you the one last update that I made. It's nothing major. I'm going to go ahead and run over there real quick. Okay, so now you remember the Blaze farm from my previous video, my one previous video, and you'll see here that I have built an observer line, runs all the way up here to the top. Now what that is for is so that I no longer have to risk life and limb to climb up there and activate and deactivate the lava that actually turns the spawner on and off. I literally just have to hit the button and wait. Ta-da! Spawner's off. Now, all I have to do when I want to turn it back on, hit the button, sends a signal, lava turns back on. Redstone. It's glorious. Alright, back to base. Alright, so that is the new updates to my Survivor World base. I have futzed around with a few things. I have built this wonderful tree farm back behind me, that monstrosity. And then we still have all of our other farms. And we have actually included a new mob farm so that we can get bone to make bone meal for the tree farm, and then also gunpowder for the rockets, since I now have Elytra to fly around with. So I need that gunpowder. I have to make rockets. I love flying. It is so much fun. You have no idea. It is a blast to fly around and not have to worry about running everywhere I go anymore. But now, we've got all the iron we could ever need. We've got all the wood we could ever need. We have got rockets. All kinds of rockets. We have wool. We have villagers. We have carrots. The only thing we're missing is to either add in more villagers that are going to be able to sell us golden carrots and other things that we might need, quartz and whatnot, and possibly a witch farm. However, I built my mob farm right next to the swamp, and I didn't realize it until after I built it. So if I wanted to make a witch farm, my mob farm might actually interfere with that, so I might have to find another swamp. Oh well. Now, as far as this goes, we have so much going on, so many things happening, and I'd like to know, what would you guys like to see me build? Would you like to see me try and add something to my base that you haven't seen in anyone else's video? Would you like to see me build something you have seen in someone else's video and see how I might modify it or change it, update it, make it different, better, worse, whatever I happen to do to it? As far as what I'm doing right now, I have no idea. I have built all of this stuff for my survival world. I have beat the Ender Dragon. I have gone into the end. I have started collecting fruits to make my end rods, which I am running very low on. I'm down to 4. I need to make more of those. And as far as all the cats everywhere, that's about all that's happening right now. I need ideas. People, give me ideas. Comments, leave them. Peace.